Yeah, come on.
Wow, Myles, lacking energy this week. Don't worry, I have it. Hito?
Oh, we're here.
Oh, we're here. Myles? I don't know if Myles is here.
I don't know. I think my headphones are fucked.
All right, welcome back to Draft Boyz, the FPL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Marley G, Hito, and myself, Whitey. Lads, how we doing?
Good, mate. Marley, you still a bit hung from my bucks on the weekend?
He's having
Yes.
some serious technical issues.
I will be hungover for the rest of the week from that day, but I just realized that this headphone has like a volume indicator.
Oh, wow.
And it was down, and I was like, is my ears dead or... I don't know.
How
He is
drunk am
dead.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big weekend. That was fun. Hito? It
was great.
You know, not
Thanks,
long
lads.
left until you're a married man, so
No, not
I'll
long.
take you out and do some
We did take him
bucks
out.
parties.
That was a great
We were on a boat.
We were on a boat.
Yeah.
It was great. We had some swimming races.
Yep. I got in the water.
Myles, you faced your fears.
I did.
That
know.
was impressive.
From originally claiming that you needed to be paid a minimum of $300 cash, $500 bank transfer
That's
to
true.
get in the water,
Yep.
to then having a chance to win $100, and that got you in the
Straight
water.
in.
Yeah. But I did say every beer I have, it was $20 off.
Yeah.
So it pretty much was free at the end of it.
He
wasn't it?
worked it out. He worked it out. Well,
Well, you jumped from 300 to 100 pretty
it was
quickly.
it was pretty impressive, really. I mean, I loved it. So he had to swim to the beach, back. It's probably 200 meters total. He gets back. He's got
Scull a beer.
20 meters from the boat. And Hito had to dive in and save him. He's like, help. I'm going down. I'm going down.
And then Hito had his lifeguard helmet on.
Yeah,
And he's
little
like,
hat.
do you need a lifeguard? And I was like, yup. And he just dove
Just
in like
ripped
a
my shirt off.
swan.
It was hot. I saw everything in slow motion. It
Yeah.
was fully Baywatch.
Yeah, I can see why they tell you when you're saving someone, you should approach them feet first because they try and grab you.
Oh, yeah. Was he scratchy?
Yeah, I definitely went under a little bit.
I know. I imagine that Kat, when you got home, was like, what are all these claw marks on you? And you're like, it was not a stripper. It was Myles.
And she was like,
drowning.
oh, yeah, fair. That's,
Yeah.
that's
he
a
got
Marley
naked
G
like
thing.
1, 2. So
Yeah.
he rounds it out.
That might make sense. Yeah. All right, boys. Well, let's talk points, actually. I want to hear how you guys are doing this week. Obviously, it's not over at the time of recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you going for this game week?
I'll go first because I feel like I've got to be lowest. I got 24 so far.
Oh, really? I love
And
You
that
are
from
just
you.
lowest.
Yeah, okay.
Just.
The only attacking return I've got was the main man, the magician, Bruno.
Bruno, yeah.
Fuck him.
Can I just say
No.
that assist for the last
Oh, my
goal?
God.
Oh,
Stupid.
I know. It was
Like,
Intentional?
like at first I was like, oh, that's an accident, but I rewatched it a couple of times.
I feel like he won the ball a little bit too easily, but
I don't
That's
know.
what happens when magicians are in,
But-
in play. You
Exactly.
get confounded.
like Coutinho and
Yeah.
Fernandez. You never know.
confounded. So good. All right, Heat, are you next?
I'm on 25 so far. Not a great game week for me.
Stonking game week.
Yeah. I've probably got about 6 players to go again, and I've not got many points. So Mars is my only real scorer this week. Coming off
Okay.
the bench, take a pen.
Yeah, look, I'm in a similar position, but I've got 2 people that have performed for me. I'm on 34 points.
Who are those two?
Weghorse.
Oh, Weggy.
12 points. And
Goal and
Sonny
assist?
Boy, 10.
Yeah, Son's back.
So very happy with that. But then, like, I look at the rest of my team.
Basically all of your
and
points.
it's so fucked. Like, Regulon goes to 75% after that starts. That comes out afterwards. So does Azpilicueta. 0-0 there. Fucking Rashford doesn't play, and now he's fucking done. Tony doesn't play. I'm like, Jesus, I've got no team.
You can drop them though.
I'm going to drop. It's going to be a fire sale on my team.
Do what Hackett did last week. We got another guy in our league called Mitch, and he made some moves last week.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I'm disappointed.
and you know Dyer was in there.
Yeah, he did it.
For probably about like the 6th time this season.
Oh my God. So
I was like, when I saw him in the morning, I was like, you made some moves last night. He's like, I made another one this morning. I was like, oh, what else did you do? He's like, Dyer in. I was like, come on, man. As
Do you
a
think
joke
his
for
wife's
today.
getting worried? Because she must just hear about this Dyer guy all the time and get a little bit worried. Yeah. So much flirting.
Well, let's move on from the points because they're not great this week.
No. We're really banking on a strong back end to the double game weeks.
I know. I think, Myles, what I'll get you to... Oh, Myles is on Snackchat. Hey, can you take a quick look at how we did with our predictions last week?
Predictions.
And we'll get into what is it's definitely our favorite segment.
Yeah, it's the only reason I come, to be honest.
It's the snack chat.
Yeah.
It's the snack chat, and we come in. We one of us brings a snack for each week and a drink, and the other two just rate and berate.
So I'll start with the snack.
Oh,
you guys have got
my
personal
God.
packets.
I love personal.
Tasty tubes.
okay.
Have you guys ever had them?
Tubes. They
Well,
went
the same.
away, man.
Yeah, they're
they used
back.
to stock them at
Tasty tubes.
well, the video store I worked at before the one that we all met at,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure we had these. At,
We did.
at Video Access.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez,
And
I see danger coming as well.
For a drink, I've got Sailor Jerry's spiced rum.
Fuck, it's 3 days later. Are you still doing Hair of the Dog?
Dude, I was back on it at probably like about 11:30 the next day. I was on the golf course drinking beers.
Wow. I was not. I had retired from drinking. Oh my God. Tasty tubes are so good. I'm pretty sure they got discontinued. And then by popular demand, they got brought back. And with good reason. And I think, the 1.5 Health Star rating's a bit rough.
Oh my God, I've still got sand in my bag from the weekend.
Yuck.
Gross.
So what are you pouring us here?
Oh, so I've got Sailor Jerry's with ginger beer, but the best ginger beer. Bundaberg.
Okay, do me.
Love it. I'll rate the Tasty Tube. I quite like it. I've forgotten what they taste like.
I love them.
They're definitely a bit zingy.
I love that zing.
Little zingy. I'm going to give them an 8.2.
I'm going to go an 8.5. I love it. They're
The
so
crunch is
moreish.
nice. The crunch is nice.
Yeah, but they're very similar to a Cheezels,
Cheese more crunchy though.
he doesn't like.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like a Cheezel. Okay, they're the same fucking
I
shape.
said similar. They're airy, puffy. We should probably describe the snacks.
More
sometime.
crunch.
They're very tube-like. Yeah,
Little,
very nice.
little
Similar to a
ring.
Cheezel in shape.
Yeah.
There's your
Crunchier
drink, buddy.
and more of a spice.
All right,
Thank you.
let's get
This
these
one's
drinks.
Whitey's.
I already
No,
know
this
what I'm.
one's Whitey's.
I already know what I'm going to rate this.
Yep. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh fuck, that strong, Myles.
Is it?
Can you top me up a little? Jesus.
It's fine.
Actually, it is fun. I
Yeah.
panicked.
Little stir.
Look, it's spiced rum in midweek. I'm going to give that a 9.
A 9?
Flat.
I'm going to give that 8.6.
Yeah, fair.
Look at how calculated he always. He's like, I'm going to give it a 8.6. He was a bit like Abed from Community.
Processing.
Let's get into the pod.
All right. Did you look up how he did it on predictions?
Yes, we only got 5 right so far.
Fuck. So far.
Yeah.
We can
so
increase
far.
that rate.
We can.
All right.
What's that? 5 from, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10? 5 from 10?
How do you not give these a 10, by the way?
Oh, great.
I just
They're
had my
so
first
good.
tube.
I just don't give out 10s, mate, like you. Because you got nowhere to go from a 10. I always have to explain that to you. All right, boys. Let's get into the thick of this because I'm a bit excited about some of these fixtures.
Oh, yeah.
There's been some results.
First one coming up is Southampton versus Norwich next week. Now, Southampton played Everton this week and won 2-0. Big result.
Yeah.
Liverpool played Norwich and won 3-1. No surprises there other than the fact that Norwich got a goal.
I know.
Boys, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Southampton, we picked this one. We called them out that they would win this game. And they dominated. They could have had a lot more than 2.
I know. And some interesting goal scorers there. One being Shane Long, scoring after a minute of coming on. And it was his first goal in 2 years.
Has it been that long?
Pick him
Wow.
up. Let's get on Shane Long.
Well, you can
So
drop
good.
Tony for him.
Yeah, true.
There you
Probably
go.
not, though.
You're ready to
Probably
go,
not.
mate.
And who was our other goal scorer in that game?
Armstrong.
Stuart Armstrong.
Yeah.
First goal in a while for him too. But he liked to flirt with the goal every now and again last season from memory. But yeah, they were dominant. There was so many opportunities across their team. Che Adams looking really on it again. Elanusi picking up where he left off, getting the goal recently, looking really good going forward. And JWP,
Yeah.
1.5 XA
It's crazy.
that game.
Yeah.
That one game, insane.
Well, they made Pickford work. I think he had
Oh.
like 9 or 10 saves or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, it was unreal.
9
That's
saves.
crazy.
9 saves. Yeah.
9 saves. And yeah, just crazy. They're looking really good. They're in a great run of form. And they have some nice, they got double game weeks as well coming up.
They do, yeah. And so let's move to the other side of the fixture because, they'll be licking their lips at this team.
Oh my God, I'm licking my lips, baby. These tubes are so good. That's why you're hearing me go quiet for long periods. I'm just over here munching.
Hope you bought more than one packet each, mate.
So they got a goal. They got
did.
a goal against Liverpool.
They must have been just as surprised.
Fuck, they were stoked on that one.
Yeah.
That deflected goal from Rashika.
Oh, yeah.
And it was still counted as his goal. It must have been on target, but
It was going
far
like
out.
low left. Allison had it completely covered, and then
It was
good
going in. Who are
Joel.
you kidding? Allison can't save
Yeah.
that. Low left is his weak spot.
But
from
besides
edge of the
from
box.
that, I don't really think we've got too much to say on Norwich, guys.
No,
Let's
they
talk
really
about
fell
Liverpool.
apart in the second half.
We'll get to Liverpool.
I think, though, that they did actually put up a decent fight in that first half, but yeah, they just couldn't hold it together. So let's move on.
Yeah. Well,
Do you
Liverpool don't have a game this week,
So, you want to talk about that quickly?
or just give a little
Well,
shout out.
let's predict and circle back.
because they're pretty awesome.
Can we predict
goals,
the
you know.
result here, and
We
then we'll
can.
circle back to live?
Southampton.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Southampton. That's easy. All right.
Nice
now we can talk about Liverpool.
What's some goals, boys?
Yeah,
What
look.
goals.
Okay, what was it? Mane
With the bicycle?
oh my God.
The bicycle.
It wasn't the most beautiful bicycle.
No, it wasn't.
But a bicycle's a bicycle.
But also, it almost felt like it was more kind of unsighted where
Yeah.
he was having to track it.
I actually think it was as beautiful as a really traditional one because it was so much harder. It wasn't just
The
laid
finish
up
wasn't
for
as
him.
sexy.
It was
Yeah.
ugly beautiful.
He had to almost do like a 540 to kind of get to it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tony Hawk in the building.
What up? SSX
All right.
tricky.
Yeah, shit. Throw a couple kickflips in, dude.
And Salah's goal.
Oh, Allison assist.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, shit. He just rolls it in there. He's just so intelligent in those moments. Like, he could see the defenders all going to the other side and cuts it back to the other
Yeah,
post.
sells the keeper. Fucking
And it
passes
wasn't even
it in.
yeah. I mean, he obviously didn't hit it as much hard as he probably wanted to.
Yeah.
But it was exactly where it needed to be. It was a great goal.
It was amazing.
It's something you'd see scored in those little games where they have the tiny goal that's like 1 meter wide,
Yeah.
but they've just pass it in.
That's all the
exactly
straight
what it was.
football that he played
100%.
growing up.
And then Luis Diaz with his
Oh.
first Prem goal.
Great goal.
What a fucking pass from Jordan Henderson, though.
It was a cracker, right?
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, threading
that
it through the
ball,
defenders.
Yeah.
That was just so
And
good.
then almost like Torres-esque type
oh
finish.
my God.
The
this
little-
is... Oh,
The little
okay,
like,
someone's
like
a bit
just
excited.
pokes at the ball and it just like lobs the keeper.
Yeah. And the build up was amazing. I think there was like 30 something passes
was.
building up to
Chip-
it.
it was
Right
insane.
into the bottom corner. Hey, it reminds me of the goal I scored
Yeah.
like that at the FIFA tournament
Yeah.
that we played for Hito's Bucks Park. Stunning chip goal right in the bottom corner. It was.
Sounds like you, mate. Had you written all
But
over
did you slide on your knees on tiles when to celebrate?
Myles, I have respect for my knees.
it? Which you clearly don't.
Yeah.
No, that was impressive. But I think you quickly realized the next morning why Hazard stopped doing it.
Dude, I'm regretting it to this day. Like, I'm in so
got
much
a bust
pain.
Luckily, you're in such good shape and you're such a physical specimen, just like Haz. I mean, Real Madrid has.
All the tapas. I love that.
All right,
Pay them in.
enough taking shit out of Myles here. Let's talk about Leeds versus Tottenham. Leeds lost 4-2 to United. Not their best result. With some
Fiery
goals happening
game.
there. It was a fiery game.
Mm,
And then City, they lost to Tottenham.
yeah. Shout
How
out to
good.
Dobbo.
Oh my
My main man
God.
Dobbo must be loving life.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Spurs.
I know. Thank you. All right, let's talk. We'll start with Leeds. So Rodrigo getting a goal.
Yep.
That kind of crossed goal, like it just sort of sailed
Very
in.
unintentional.
I mean,
eh?
it's always such a shock when they go into because your depth perception is off. You kind of see it shaping as a cross, and your mind
and then
goes,
just stops. The last quarter of it just doesn't curl.
and it just
at all.
stops in the net, and you're like, it's in.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting, but you got to take that.
He was the biggest overperformer in XG this game. 0.04 expected goals. And
Wow.
He scored one.
Wow.
So he wasn't super involved that game, but we called out last week. He was looking a little bit lively with a few volleys. So
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, he was lively. I think he came off the crossbar. A couple of them came off the crossbar. Harrison had a good chance early. Like they definitely had their chances in this game. Unlucky with the crossbar on a couple of occasions, but and Harrison wasn't great with his finishing. But I don't know, a little bit promising from attack there. 2 goals against United. I mean, I don't know what to think about.
Well worked goal, the second one. Like I thought the chance had gone once James kind of stopped his run and he was kind of just sizing up the defender. Eventually burst left to put a ball through to back post for Rafinha. Thought it was on then. I was like, oh, these boys are stepping up. But then United just came out too strong.
Yeah, they did. They came home pretty strong. All right. Well, look, Leeds isn't one of our favourite teams here. I mean, we should shout out that, James with an assist and Firpo with an assist. But other than that, like...
It's really hard to pick with Leeds.
What's their fixtures like coming up?
Well, they've got... Obviously, like Liverpool, which is going to be in the second end of this double game week, which is really tough for them. Then they've got, after Spurs, they've got Leicester, Villa, Norwich, Wolves.
Not great.
Not horrendous.
There's goals in the first two.
Villa, the way Villa are playing at the moment and Leicester are a bit shaky, maybe.
Yeah, still not great.
Yeah, but for them, though, every game's like, what's a good game for them? Like Watford?
Yeah, I just think, like James up top, Rafinha, but you can't really rely on anyone else from Leeds at the moment.
No. Well, they've also got a double game week again in 28. So maybe
who are they playing in that double game week?
Leicester and Villa. So maybe that's one just to maybe scoop up some double game week.
Yeah, I'm be tempted by James a little bit just because he's an out of position player.
Oh, if James is available, he's just a pickup.
Yeah,
for a lot of mids.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that too. All right, let's move it on to Tottenham. This is the talking point here. Wow.
I've never been more happy to see Tottenham win a game.
Oh, my God, yes. Thank you, boys. Especially with the fact I've got a few Tottenham players in my fantasy team.
You must have been
Shame
stoked,
some of them
mate.
were fucking injured. Anyway, first goal.
The counter attack.
Someone's fucked up the spreader here and I can't even fix it. It won't even let me fix the text wrapping.
Oh, mate. Well, I can tell you because I remember this clear as day. Beautiful counter. Pass from Kane from in deep. Classic Kane and Sonny combo where Kane drops deep.
It's coming back to me.
Plays Sonny through with City's really high line. Sonny goes through. You think he's going to finish, but he doesn't. He tries to cut back and do the semi-sweaty goal because there was a defender in front of him.
Yeah.
To Kuleveski.
Kuleveski. Yeah. Now that was...
Who is Kuleveski? Please.
He's one of the signings, new signings from Jan, from Juventus. We didn't know how to pronounce his name initially. Yeah. Okay. So it was him and Bentancur, which we weren't too sure. They didn't have a lot of historical goals or stats to really get us excited. But having a look at his 2 latest games, he's got some really nice returns for the threat and influence and creativity in the Prem site.
Okay, so this is a pickup.
So... last 2 games, he's had high numbers in those stats. So I think he's an option.
Well, I'm highly interested in him.
You should be.
He looked good, I thought. And, that position has been quite a bit of a rotating door at Spurs.
So is it a number 9 or, number 10? Is it just behind
I think he's
Kane,
kind of on the wing a bit, though. Like, what
I think he's playing the Moura and Bergwijn role.
Position. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I mean, it feels like me one of those opportunities just to pull a trigger on someone.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs definitely have goals in them at the moment. And if Kane starts firing again, we all know the kind of service he can still provide as well. So, yeah definitely very interesting. Again, this week, Lloris was poor. He feeds that ball right out to...
just dropped to Gundogan.
Kind
of scrambled out.
Yeah, which was like, not great. The second goal was pretty amazing. The ball in was perfect from Sonny to Kane to direct it in.
Open his body out. Completely caught City's line off guard.
God, it was stunning. I definitely, I was very excited about Sonny there. And he got 2 assists in that game, obviously with that cutback. So not a bad return from him. He's coming kind of back to form here. And then, obviously Kane had a goal ruled out for offside. And then 95th minute, Kane with the header coming in from Kulusevski. Sorry.
Sevsky. Nice.
Crazy late goal to win. Did you see Conte celebrate?
Oh my God.
Dude, he went
Honestly, I
nuts.
was a little jealous in that moment because I remember what he was like at Chelsea and he was just
The energy.
he just had so much energy on the sideline. Like it was just so good. Yeah, I remember like there was this comparison between him and Klopp back then, and they both were just such big celebrators, and we were both playing this game, and I think it was a few goals back and forth, and it was just like huge celebrations from both, and it was so entertaining.
All right, well, let's get a prediction. I think we've rounded that up pretty well.
Oh, special shout out though, Peter Drury.
Peter Drury.
Oh my God, waxing lyrical yet again. Like at the end of that game, did you hear him? Like
I didn't, but
you
tell
didn't
me.
hear it?
No.
Oh.
He's so poetic.
You've got to listen to the audio. I wish I had it prepared, but no, it was just
All right,
like
I'll
this.
check it out.
He just kept going on. He just kind of finds the way to keep talking and making it this amazing, like, I don't know, poetic rant.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He's really good.
He is good. Okay, let's move on to our prediction. Leeds versus Tottenham. I think Tottenham have given me a good reason to go for them here.
Although we're going to get fucked over here and just see that disappointment come back after such a rousing win.
No, I think that they carry on here.
You think they can carry it?
Yeah, I think they carry on here.
Okay.
Yeah. They
Let's go Tottenham.
They
then.
usually do this, you know? They drop off a bit mid-season, then they just come home.
Okay.
Okay, now let's talk Brentford-Newcastle. Brentford played Arsenal, lost 2-1, and Newcastle played West Ham and drew 1-1. Yeah, really just still poor from Brentford. I mean, they were lucky to get that goal. Norgard basically with the ball kind of falling kindly to him. And initially it was called offside. And then they checked it back and it was on.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I guess he finished well with the ball where it was, but like, you know.
Yeah. The only thing they've looked maybe a little bit more defensively solid since Raya's come back into goal. But
okay.
They've been a bit strong. But I think he probably could have done better for Smith Rowe's goal. But yeah, there's not too many positives there from fantasy.
Do you want to hear a funny story? Because we don't have much to talk about.
Yeah, go.
Love to.
I told Stace to drop Smith Rowe for Ramsey because I didn't want one of you guys to pick him up a few weeks ago.
Oh my God.
And Smith Rowe comes out with this.
Oh my God, dude. It's so
I texted
funny.
him. I'm like, sorry, mate.
I know, it was a nice goal too.
He goes, you told me I wouldn't be disappointed. And I was like, I like to disappoint sometimes.
Mate, you could have gotten away with that. I don't think you would have.
Well, I
noticed.
mean, if he'd actually thought about it, because Martinelli is out for the week, this game week. So I don't know. That's been who's been keeping Smith Rowe kind of out.
Exactly, yeah.
So he might have got a game and against Brentford. So, I mean, I don't know if that was like actually your intention,
No, I just...
knowing that much, or
No, to be honest, it was just that I didn't want you guys to get Aston Villa's Ramsey because he just looked so fire. And I was like, you know what? I'll just give a little advice to the bottom ticker down there.
Fuck, you're great. You're great like that. Well, let's talk about Newcastle then. There's 5 games undefeated right now with this draw. Honestly, though, like it was really a terrible clearance from Rice that led to the Joe Willett goal. They got pretty lucky in this game.
bouncing around off the side post.
Yeah, I wouldn't take too much from this. Like, obviously, drawing with Newcastle is a big deal, but
But they defended really well.
they did
It's a
defend
tough
well.
game.
Yeah, no doubt. And they were obviously without Trippier now too. So, yeah, not bad from them. And I think like it's definitely time to start considering their players. I think they've definitely got some form here.
Yeah, because they've got a team now.
Yeah.
You know, like they've got a good person in most of the positions now.
So, what are their fixtures like coming up?
Because that will probably determine a bit.
Yeah, so their fixtures are Brentford, then they have a double against Brighton and Southampton. Then they have a double against Chelsea and Everton. Then they have Palace. So there's like
Not amazing.
maybe
There's a
Brentford,
couple of
doubles
Brentford,
in there.
Brighton, Everton. Like at least in the next 3 weeks, even though they've got harder doubles, there are 3 of fixtures in the next game week.
And if
that
you're
are-
looking to fill out some of your double
doable.
game weeks, the Newcastle players are probably going to be available. So I'd say
they've
it's
got
not
one
a bad
good, if
shout.
you've got a double and they've got one good game in the 2,
Mm,
like I think it makes it worthwhile.
I agree.
And just for something to keep an eye on is Wilson, because he's been out with injury, and I think I read that he was close-ish.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that,
Well,
but
I think they'll be looking for something more exciting than Wood at this point.
actually, please disregard my comment. He's not. I quickly looked at It doesn't look like it is.
Oh, brutal.
All right, I read something else.
Well, they need Wood to start firing.
Let's predict this.
I'm going to go Newcastle. Or draw. One of them. Draw or Newcastle.
I'm going to go Newcastle.
I'm going to go Newcastle.
Okay, let's do it.
Brentford really haven't impressed.
Okay, here we go. Talk about not impressive.
Fuck.
Brighton versus Aston Villa. We're preview. Oh, I burped. Sorry. Now, Brighton, they lost 3-0 against Burnley.
Rough.
Yes, and sorry, a bit of a technical issue on this end, but Brighton lost 3-0 against Burnley, and Aston Villa lost 1-0 against Watford. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Come on, Watford.
We know.
doubted
We
it.
like that.
Remember,
win, though.
you were like, come on, don't you think
Give
Gerd's
one for
gonna-"
Gerd, and we're like, nah, mate.
We didn't do it.
We're sorry, G.
We're sorry, G. Gerd being Myles' dad and an avid Watford fan. So
Probably the biggest Watford fan in Australia.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
in Australia.
He's
I'm not
the only one I know.
Yeah.
He probably is the only one.
I don't know. Maybe there's others, but he's the biggest.
We'll talk about Watford when they come out, but Brighton.
They were just rubbish. I mean, I wouldn't get rid of their assets. They had a few injuries in defense. Webster was out.
Boy, dictionary.
Remember
Webster
who
and
else? Dunk. And that's obviously
Shown.
affected them in their
Massively.
defense. Like Burnley getting 3 goals is pretty rare.
I think the disappointing. We've seen Burnley now picking up their game a bit, so there's a bit of kind of swing each way, but just disappointing from the last 2 games. We've spoken about Brighton, how lively they've looked. Like Motor and Morpay and all these players starting to shine, and they have this game and they just looked shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree with you. It's not a
don't the alarm bells aren't ringing just yet.
no.
But so I think let's just settle on that. Let's move on with Aston Villa. I think it's more of the same, really.
Yeah.
Like they've had a little dip in form. I mean, you'd really be expecting them to beat Watford. But as the commentators said in the game, I think experience beat
Yeah.
the younger law.
What in managers?
Miles is currently taking off his shirt.
It's so hot in here, man. I'm sweating. I couldn't do it anymore.
Getting an ice pack or something.
I love it.
Oh my God, I need photos of this.
Flashback.
No photos. No photos.
Oh my God. Okay, so Miles is half naked or fully naked. We can't see under the table, so we can't be really sure.
It seems like the Bucks party
It's
part
happened
2.
all
It
over.
does
2.0.
feel a lot like it. He's gotten a lot
should
more
have done a pod
comfortable with
recording.
us lately. Anyway,
So you're saying experience in managers like Gerrard?
Yeah. I was kind of trying to take a pot shot at Gerrard.
Yeah.
Because
Against
Woy has
Woy.
a bit of experience.
Yeah, Gerrard, not great. Taking a little bit longer than probably it seemed like initially when you had that little burst for him to really settle into his. I think they've got 1 point in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
But
so
I think they just got to sort out their striker situation. Like they tried Ingsy this game.
yeah, Watkins on
He had
the
a few
bench.
chances, like good chances that he spurned. Like so
And I feel like this was his chance. You
to
know?
like prove this is what you shouldn't be benching me.
I think he'll be going back to Oli.
1-on-1,
Yeah.
had another good chance, but yeah, we'll see. But no panic yet from your main assets like Coutinho,
No.
etc. Like
Yeah. Let's predict this one, and I think it's pretty hard. And when it's hard, I go draw.
yeah, I'd say draw as well.
Yeah, I'd say draw.
We need to throw a draw in there. All right, let's go. Next game.
Okay, so Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Now, Crystal Palace obviously played Chelsea and lost 1-0. Very unlucky. And Burnley, as we just said, won 3-0. So let's start with Palace. For me, they were hard done by.
Yeah, not like a crazy amount of chances, but
Look, Chelsea were all over them in the first 45 minutes. They had a lot of possession, but Palace did a good job of keeping strong, and obviously there were other things at play there, like the fact that Lukaku untouched the ball 7 times, which I think is the lowest amount of touches in Premier League
I wanted
history.
to ask you guys about that.
I think it is.
And one was from kickoff as well.
So good on him.
So let's call it 6.
It was interesting. I mean, it's going to be hard not to talk about Chelsea in this situation. Let's just talk about
There was
Palace.
a good
and we'll come
Zaha
back.
chance. He kind of got a nice position to put it in.
Elise looked very good.
At least it looked good.
Elise looked really good. He was like honestly best player on the pitch.
Yeah, he's
For
really
a lot of it.
He's impressed me. He hasn't actually done much,
No.
actually, at all.
You know, when we
But
say
he's-
something, when we see a player play really well, and that's against a good team too,
Mm.
sometimes it's the next week that they take that next step. And I was definitely tempted on picking him up after watching him in that game.
And it's a perfect fixture to do that, Burnley. You know, you take that chance. At Selhurst Park, it bounces, man.
I know. I agree. I think he's in that team. Now, another one that's interesting, who may provide a little bit of competition, is Izzy.
He's back.
He's back.
Finally.
Yeah, so he's been out for fucking ever with that injury.
Which was a shame because he had red hot form it was a training ground injury.
That last season?
Yeah, it was just towards the end, and he was really lighting it up.
So anyway, I mean, you know, it's going to take time for him to come back, but he's definitely one to keep an eye on. If he starts getting more minutes, yeah, definitely one worth keeping an eye on. But seriously, overall, a good performance from Crystal Palace, and they were just unlucky in the end.
Yeah.
All right. Well, quick chat about Chelsea before we move on to Burnley, because we don't have a Chelsea game to preview this week.
Chelsea haven't played in a while either, so
no, they haven't. I mean, they played.
Give us a little rundown.
Club World Cup.
Well, we'd have to say that Ziyech has kept the form from before Chelsea stopped playing their games.
I thought he was the best player on the pitch,
and he did have back-to-back goals before they went off to like Saudi or wherever they played that World Cup.
And he was highly involved in this game, and he was playing out of position too. Like he was technically playing right wing back.
Winger, yeah.
You know, because we don't have Azpilicueta or Reece James on that side at the moment.
Yeah.
And that honestly, that really showed, because he was good from that position, but he's not the same kind of player.
Didn't put Hudson there
for this game.
Yeah. Well, hasn't he filled in at right?
He has definitely, but he wasn't. I don't think he was playing unless I
didn't put him on. That's what I mean. Like,
no. I don't think Hudson was on.
No.
It was Ziyech, and then it was Lukaku up front with Havertz and Pulisic, which Pulisic looked a bit rusty.
Kind of messed up a chance.
Havertz it's just not good in that position. I mean, for me, I feel like we're playing Havertz out of position in the formation we have.
He should be up front. You mean?
No, I actually think he should be in behind.
Oh, instead of
the
like
striker.
the kind of triangle.
Yeah, I think if it was a 4-2-3-1, he'd be kind of center attacking mid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just where I think that he might be good.
Right.
And he has been good as a striker for us too, because he's tall and he's fast, and you know, for those reasons. But yeah, I don't think he's ever really gotten a shot at the position he's best at. And that's where I think he was playing before he came to Chelsea. Anyway, so yeah, and obviously Lukaku, you know, pretty poor performance. And I thought more than anything, the comments from Tuchel were interesting after the match. And he got asked about Rom. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I think I saw a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like he kind of laughs at first. He kind of like he gets asked this question about Lukaku's touches, and he's like, kind of thing. Very funny German laugh. And then goes into talking about it a bit more seriously. And at the very end, he kind of comes back and he's like, you know, nothing to laugh about kind of thing at the end. And like kind of takes back the laugh.
Oh.
So I don't know. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not going well at the moment.
No. And the thing is as well, I think one of the people asked him, asked Tuchel, that is, about the fact that like the key guys that were signed to play right back and left back haven't been playing at the same time more than 4 games this season. Like Lukaku has only played 4 games with Reece James and maybe 4 games with Chile.
Yeah.
And those were the guys that were meant to be playing. And obviously like Chile's out forever and Reece James is only just about to come back.
Forever.
It's just permanent. It just keeps going forever and ever. Anyway, we talked too much about Chelsea.
Yeah.
They don't have another game. They've got a week to recuperate. Maybe they'll get some players back. Let's talk Burnley.
Wow.
Well, here's a striker who you might need to... This is how you play with a big, tall boy up front. Weggy.
Get Wegsy in. Oh, I really liked him in this game. And he's not crouchy, but he's big.
Oh, he's a big boy.
How tall is he?
I don't know.
Go stat, man.
Fucking
Find
tall.
out. Find out. Hito's going to know. Yeah, look, he was impressive and he was really giving Brighton a hard time.
I think we did this when we unveiled the transfer session. We spoke about how tall he was.
Look it up again.
Well, I've got Crouchy's height here.
Okay. Oh, give me Crouchy's.
Crouchy is 2.01 meters.
Oh, he's taller.
So what?
He's 4 centimeters taller than Weggy.
Wow.
Weggy's 1.97.
Okay.
6'6".
So he's almost there.
Yeah, 4 centimeters
Wow,
off.
I thought he was a bit taller than that. Like I'm 6'3", and I was like looking at him. He looks like, I guess 6'6".
Who, Weggy or
Yeah, Weggy.
Crouchy? Crouchy looks tall because he's so fucking lanky.
He's so lanky.
Yeah,
He looks
you know
like
when he
7
does the
feet tall.
robot, it's very,
my God, I
very
love it.
gangly.
Okay, we're not
Surprised
talking about
blood
Burnley
goes
at
far
all.
enough down his limbs.
All right,
Okay.
so Weghorst was obviously our star performer here. Got a goal and an assist. Generally causing a bit
finish.
of it was a nice finish too from a tall boy.
Yeah.
And yeah, he finished it. Yeah, it was a very cool finish, I thought.
He's just so strong as well throughout the game. Like you see him, he
He's a
held up the
unit.
ball well,
Mhm.
which led to Brownhill's goal, I think.
Yeah, he followed up that finish with a very nice assist for Brownhill. And then it was who was it? Oh, Lennon scored the final
Aaron
goal and
Lennon.
smashed it
I knew
home.
he was at Burnley, but I thought he'd kind of just went to Burnley and then silently retired we didn't hear about it. But
Yeah.
Blast from the
here
past,
he is,
Lennon.
man. That's
Yeah.
a good finish.
It was really
And
good.
it was a good goal.
Smacked it in.
Okay, so let's talk. Who's going to win this game?
I think Burnley, man.
I want to say Burnley too. I have to back them.
I got to back a draw here.
No. Okay.
I back a draw.
All right.
You're saying Burnley?
Votes go our way.
Can I just say they were against a team that had no centre halves? Like, please. Okay, it's 3 goals against no centre backs.
Palace created like almost
Palace are
nothing.
pretty good in defence this year.
So what, you want to switch to draw?
I'm trying to get a draw going.
No, I'm sticking with my first.
I can move to
instinct.
draw.
Oh,
I can move to draw.
jump ship.
Never let me down.
All right, let's talk Man United versus Watford. United won 4-2 against Leeds, and Watford won 1-0 against Villa.
Yeah.
So, tell me, what are you guys thinking? What do you guys think of this game?
Oh, well, I was surprised to see so many goals out of United, to be honest, even though it's against poor form Leeds, really. But yeah, like Ronnie should have had a goal early on. Don't know how he didn't score from about 1 meter out. I was fucking fuming when I woke up and saw that it was 4 and he wasn't involved at all.
Yeah, that would have been
That
tough
is
to
Fucking
take.
cuts you,
raging,
man.
man.
It cuts you.
Cuts deep.
I mean, I know Rashi's not in form, but it still feels the same.
Oh,
I look and I'm like, fucking Rashford didn't even fucking start.
Bullshit.
Bitch. I'm taking him out. And you know what's going to happen? Catch fire.
Pick of the
Catch
bunch,
fucking
though,
fire.
Fred's goal.
Oh, jeez. I liked that.
That was, I didn't know that he had that in him.
No, me neither.
Lashed that in.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hito can get the stats up, but that's a few weeks in a row, right? Like he's got some returns at the moment.
Actually, when I first saw that, I was like, I didn't know United signed Neymar. Like, honestly, I was like, wait, what?
and he came off the bench to score that. But yeah, I think look, Harry
Freddie
Maguire
boy.
with the head. Sorry,
Freddie Boy. So he hasn't scored recently.
oh
No.
Who
but he
am I
got
thinking
he got
of then?
he got back-to-back assists a little while ago.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But
And he
no.
started the season pretty strong. Besides from the
Goal
guy
first
in,
game week, yeah.
in open play, that he can't pass the ball forward.
Well,
he
let's-
always passes it fucking sideways.
Let's move on. I want to talk about Sancho.
Yeah.
God, like we talked about him before this and said he's looking good, and he looks good, man.
He really does.
2 assists. One of those assists was that beautiful chip pass, like on a dime. That was so good.
He just
it looked like one of those shit balls in that you just thought, oh, he fucked that up. Like, that's just the keeper's going to come swoop that up. But no.
I feel like he's a real confident player. You know, when he got there, he wasn't getting the minutes and he just wasn't feeling that great about making the move from Dortmund where he was just crushing.
Yeah.
And now, new manager getting all the starts and he's just so confident. And I think that will just continue for the rest of the season. So
I agree.
I feel like there's a trade there.
Yeah,
There's a big trade there.
I'd agree. It's
Yeah.
going to be hard though because if you did it last week, sure, but now, fuck, it's going to be hard to work that because if
Goal
anyone
and 2
watches
assists
that
in
game,
3 weeks.
you got to take advantage of someone.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else? Oh, I did want to say shout out to Myles. He said last week about Pogs. He's like, should we consider Pogs? And we're all a bit like, And I know that Pogs didn't get actually any like points in this game,
But he bossed the game.
he was like on the byline, crossing it in.
Yeah.
Like burning players down the wing. Like he was very aggressive and very involved. So that's usually a sign of things to come.
I think so, yeah.
And he just
What, a
looked.
new contract with the bumper 200K a week?
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
But I just think like maybe there's a little bit of a change for him and he really wants it. I think Myles said,
Well, he wants a
exactly
good
that.
move.
He wants a good move.
Yeah.
So maybe he's going to make it happen.
For sure, because he is a world-class player. Like, you can't doubt that. He's amazing.
Yeah.
His ball control is like unlike anyone I've seen, really,
Yeah.
in that position.
Yeah, I agree. So for me, I'd take a risk on him. I'd take a risk on him for this game, especially against Watford. Like, this is an opportunity.
Well, let's talk about Watford.
I agree.
We just want to give a little shout out to Bruno's pirouette.
Yeah,
Assist.
I always want to do it,
The
but I
five-
didn't want to
the
take up
540.
too much airtime.
Yeah, the little
The
540.
540,
Little side heel flick. Spun
720,
around.
720.
Confounded the defender, as I said earlier.
Mm.
Puts the ball through. It's nice.
He's amazing.
He's a man in form, and I feel
coming
like,
back.
he's back.
Yeah,
There's not really much to say other than if you got him, keep him.
yeah.
Watford, let's talk. Dennis being the goal scorer here
Yeah.
from Saar. He's
Yeah.
back now.
So Sar's back, and I think I've been talking to my dad because he's been stressed every single weekend. We get to golf, and he's like, "Watford lost again. We're fucked. We're down." And I was like, "Yeah, but Sar's out. He's gone to the African Cup of Nations as soon as he got fit, and he wouldn't play because he wanted to stay fit and get fitter for the African Cup. And now he's back, and I feel like they're going to push on, and we could have like a bit of a Leicester moment. Remember, the year before they won it, they should have been relegated.
Yeah.
But then they went on that crazy run.
Do you remember
with
that? Yeah.
Peterson. Who was their manager? The Ian Peterson.
Oh.
Patterson. Oh, sorry, it's not going to come to me. But
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Like,
They went
quite
on a-
tall, like rugby looking dude.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And Dennis, he's back. So I feel like
Back in the
Watford
goals.
could go on a bit of a run. And I know United have been playing well, but I wouldn't even be surprised at a little upset draw or something from this.
Well, United have been very up and down with their performances, so we never know for sure. There's a very good chance that could change.
Well, let's talk prediction then. United, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say draw because I just know Hito's going to go United.
They just scored 4 goals and Ronaldo wasn't involved. He's going to be involved next week.
Yeah, they're at home too. Yeah, I'm going to say United,
Okay.
but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw.
Okay, let's talk Everton City. Everton, well, they were not very good. They, who did the
Really
the
struggling.
screenshots here? I don't have the score in front of me.
Yeah.
It's 2-0.
2-0, thank you.
That
I
was
was like
terrible.
panicked. I was panicked.
Panicked.
Oh my God, my
They were
information's not
terrible,
here.
man.
So,
I
yeah,
don't think I
they
saw a
lost.
single thing from them.
No, it was odd.
That's why I didn't put a screenshot down.
Thanks,
There's
buddy.
just no
Thanks.
use
You
for it.
really left me in the dark there.
There's no stats to show.
And then, obviously City lost 3-2. Let's talk about City. I'm happy to skip over Everton.
Yeah.
Obviously that ball rolls out from the poor save from Lloris.
Yep.
Gundy, doesn't hesitate there. And I was so close to putting him in the team. I was like, I'm just going to throw Gundy in this week. Didn't
Why
do
not?
it.
Yeah.
He's
always my
that
fault.
classic player. We're like, should I just throw him in this week?
Yeah.
He hasn't scored in a little while.
I know. Oh, he might get some minutes.
Might pop up.
And then fucking scores. Bugger.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They really looked off at City this week. They didn't look their usual selves.
Yeah.
They were just caught out defensively so often.
But I feel sorry for Everton because whenever they lose a game, the next game is just like 6-0.
It's worse.
They just go like completely
bad to worse.
Good luck, Frankie.
beast mode.
Well, what was the last thing? Oh, obviously, Mahrez smashing home that pen, but I don't think there's anything really to say about fantasy assets there. I mean, nothing changes there.
Yeah.
No.
All your strong assets that you have, like you might be looking at, people might be trading here and there, but they're all pretty strong. If you've got Sterling, Mahrez, KDB,
Gundy.
Foden, maybe Gundy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
even Bernardo if he's available.
I mean, look, I noticed that he became available in our league,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh my God, what happened? And
But
I
then
nearly
you
picked
look
him up
at it.
without even looking, and then he's like done nothing for like 8 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
it's been
But
a
he's done
while.
nothing now.
We scored in the Champions League, but
Yeah.
like in Prem, he's got no
he's been
points.
quiet. And I was kind of surprised by his run of form anyway. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm not going. I mean, yeah, you could maybe take that risk, but I'm
Yeah.
not.
It's
I'm
a hard
not
risk, but if you wanted to take
if you
a punt,
if you want a City player in your team,
yeah.
it could be risk, but yeah. Can I just ask a question?
Always.
Are Everton going down?
Oh,
They really
God.
could. It would be.
Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
It would
That would
be.
be crazy.
Especially with their team. Like on
Yeah.
paper, it doesn't look that bad.
It's not
No.
going to look very good for Lance.
I know. Well, he's a championship manager, so.
He does. He crushes down there, doesn't
I
he?
know. He'll just bring him back.
But they've got some tough fixtures. City, Tottenham,
Wolves.
Mm.
In the same game week, they're also playing Newcastle, relegation scrap.
Wow.
Next week, Watford, relegation scrap.
Wow.
If they come out of those 2 relegation scraps with no
Dude, the
wins,
relegation battle is going to be
they're
good.
fucked.
Yeah.
Because
Like, 'cause
they
they're not
just
gonna win
all
those
seem to
other
have
three.
found a little form. Like
Nah.
Newcastle's looking a little good. The only one that's not found form is Everton. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you
And
there.
Burnley have games in hand.
Mm.
Spice.
All right. Let's predict Man City. Okay, moving on. Now, West Ham versus Wolves is our next game here. West Ham drew 1-1 with Newcastle.
Again, showing their drop off.
Yeah, they've really faded.
Yeah.
Not too surprised there, but we'll circle back. And then Wolves, they won 2-1 against Leicester, continuing
boys.
a really good run. So anyway, let's talk West Ham.
Yeah.
Bowen
Off crossbar.
Wow.
Dawson, back-to-back goals. Actually headed it this time instead of off the shoulder.
Yeah, God, he's good with his head.
Cressy for the set piece. But yeah, that's disappointing from them. And I think their assets of, I don't know, Bowen is probably like really the only one left where we felt like we had assets for a while for a couple of different people. Like Fanal showed a little bit of form. I feel like Bowen is maybe the only one that still has value.
Well, this Antonio's kind of dropped off, and that
Big
was
time.
one of the big ones. And then Benrahma, he dropped off way long ago. Like Fornals has always been a fucking bastard.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know how
And
I
I've
feel
been
about
worried
Fornals.
about Ben Rama owners because that little bit of chatter when he got taken off by Moisey,
Ooh, it was spicy.
that looked pretty nasty.
I
yeah.
don't even know who'd own him right now. Like who actually has him in it?
I think Hackett's got him. Yeah.
Well, good luck, buddy. Okay, let's move on. I think let's talk about Wolves. They're a bit more exciting. Wow.
Do you like that Potent shout out at the end of last
Yeah.
week? I thought
Yeah.
he really, really impressed me leading
did
up
look
to
good.
last week's game. So
And he looked good again.
he looked really good. It
Hit for his goal.
was great.
I love that low drive.
I know it was
Fuck,
beautiful.
it was spice.
And then lovely play in the box to lay that pass back to Neves, and
Yeah.
he finished well too. Like, yeah, I think Wolves are pretty spicy right now. They're like just seem to have it together.
They really do.
What's-
They're the whole package.
I know we talked their fixtures last week. Just remind me.
So obviously West Ham, then they have a double again after this week's double of Palace and Watford. Really favourable fixtures. Then Everton, Leeds, Villa.
Fuck
Wow, that's like fixture central.
And we've called it out.
yeah.
Defence players. Like we thought there might be clean sheet option for this game. Didn't happen, but
Leicester's hard. They still do have a great attack.
still, yeah. Really strong. Obviously, they're not scoring a crazy amount of goals, but
No, but defensively.
defensive assets, and the goals are popping up different places. Like Dendonka's getting involved now. Neves, Podence, Nito came off the bench.
Did he?
So
That's interesting.
So that's interesting.
old
to watch.
boy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been spice last few years. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Wolves
let's
team on the
predict
up.
this one.
This is a toughie, guys.
I'd agree, but I almost I just want to go with Wolves. I want to back the form team.
I'm going draw still.
I think say Wolves, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like West Ham fucking drew 1-1 with Newcastle, dude.
I
Like
know.
no matter how much form they have.
Yeah,
it's-
that's fine. Like I'm not going to be able to
Dropping
convince you,
away.
so I won't even try.
I love it. I love
my
it.
boys, Wolves.
All right,
What a
last
jersey.
game of the game. Oh
What a Wolves
my
jersey, man.
god. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, it's sick. Fucking golden, like orange.
It's orange, bro.
Dude, it looks sick
Dude,
though.
you look terrible in orange.
Have you seen their away kit? Remember that year they had the away kit that looked like Portugal's? It was like the really deep green that kind of flirted on
Yeah.
a bit of purple.
With the
kind of?
yeah, and it had that black trim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nito on the back.
Oh my god, Liverpool support.
Love it.
Phil. All right, last one. Haven't we already talked about Burnley? Burnley versus Leicester. Oh, is it a double game week for them?
Yeah, Burnley do have another game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
obviously we haven't talked about Leicester yet. So, wow, that's kind of weird. Is that the only?
Yeah, it's a weird double, I think.
That's a really weird. Oh, because I guess Leicester haven't played, but Burnley have played less.
Burnley have got heaps of games. to
Okay,
make
very
up,
interesting. Okay, so let's talk Leicester. They obviously lost 2-1, as we just said, against Wolves. Lookman got a great goal from, I think it was a Tielemans ball to Albrighton, and basically just passed it into Lookman, who, was...
Slid in to
Yeah,
put it in.
slid
But
it in.
the ball from Tielemans was nice.
Yeah, it was
down the side.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Tielemans is looking great.
Yeah.
Maybe he did miss some chances in that game, but he's pulling the strings beautifully.
He'll be gone next season.
Where do you think he'll go?
100%.
There's a few teams looking at him actually. like Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea,
I wouldn't be surprised if
Arsenal.
win
That's
this.
sorry,
Fair
Arsenal's the big
reason,
shout
man. He's
actually. So
been
not
great.
Spurs, Arsenal.
How old is he?
So I think like 24 or
Yeah.
something.
Fuck,
Yeah.
sign him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been pretty consistently good. He plays for Belgium.
he'll sell jerseys as well. He's a good
Yeah.
looking chap.
Oh God, yes.
Mm.
I mean,
clean.
not like Wolves jerseys.
It's the type of dude that just won't age either. Like we're just going to be like in 4 years' time. Like, how old is he again? Like 23?
Yeah,
He's 29.
No, he's like 37.
Can I ask about like Madison and you know how he had that huge run of form a while back? I think pre-Christmas period or in Christmas period.
Mm.
How are you feeling about Leicester assets?
Look,
Overall,
I
the strong ones?
like that they've got a lot of double game weeks and they're still scoring. So they're attacking players. I quite like. So you know your Barnes. It's really hard with the whole Daka and Iniacho debate because Vardy was due back at the start of March. So that's
still says that. So
yeah.
we'll see.
But yeah, I really like and Lookman. I did pick him up a few weeks ago. I think I might have been a little bit too early on it by the looks of it. Sorry with the pun. But yeah, he's been getting the minutes, and we saw what he could kind of do last year at was it Fulham or something?
Yeah, it was Fulham.
Fulham. Yeah.
Oh no, he looked exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely looks exciting. If he can get some minutes, maybe. But yeah,
They're just overall struggling as a team, and I think when you see them struggling to win games and go forward, like the assets just become fewer and far between to like really go, oh yeah, one of these three is okay. Like Barnes now for me, like he's got a couple assists last few weeks, but
Yeah.
they're just less and less attractive. The more games
I
they lose and
know.
less
But
goals
they
they
just-
score, you're like,
But they've got so many games.
I know, that's the thing.
And
It's
and
just
their
like-
double game weeks besides one of the weeks are pretty good. I think one of them they have to play Liverpool and someone else, but the rest of them seemed okay
It's weird they
from
haven't scheduled them yet.
from
Like,
memory.
They're not in the next
yeah,
5
but you can
weeks or
have a
so.
look at what they've missed.
Yeah.
And I've had a
Go
look
back.
at so they don't look too bad. And I actually took Whitey's advice last week about Pereira because he came back from this long-term injury.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, he scored. And I thought, you know what? Leicester's got a lot of double game weeks. So if he gets a cleanie and maybe an attacking return in one of those weeks, you know, that's double digit for
When
me.
was
So,
the last time Leicester got a clean sheet?
yeah, but I think it's still a chance. There's a
Anyway.
chance.
One thing I was disappointed and waiting for was Justin James. Oh, no, sorry, James Justin
James
coming
Justin.
back in.
I was like, who the
Yeah.
fuck's that?
I always forget with fucking Reece James and James Justin wing backs.
Yeah.
I'm so
He
confused.
came back from long-term injury a couple of weeks ago. He's had 2 starts and 2 off the bench, but now he's injured again, but expected back next week. But I don't know. I thought he might be more of a quick positive influence on their team again. Because he was
he's
so
been out
good
for,
last year.
He's been out for such a long time though. They're
I
always
know,
slow to come back.
but he
from
just
those
was
big, long
so
injuries.
good. But yeah, might
Keep
be a
an
bit
eye.
longer.
Keep
Maybe
an eye.
next season if he just gets fitness back up.
Yeah. Calling it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, that rounds out the week.
Should we guess that game? I don't think
Oh,
we've
we should predict that. We should predict that.
Not guess, sorry, predict. It's more official.
I like a draw.
Yeah,
I
2-2
could
though.
go a draw too. Yeah,
2-2.
I could draw that. Yeah.
They're not getting away with just a low.
Also,
scoring
Leicester are
game.
horrible at set pieces, and there's fucking tall boys in Burnley. I think actually I could almost call Burnley. Just like Leicester is so bad at defending. Like they're one of the worst teams with corners.
Mm.
I can look how many like Weghorst. They're gonna
Weghorst.
fucking die. He's gonna get a hattie, bro.
Has he got you?
Wegsy.
I don't know. I've just got a little bit
Yeah,
excited.
fuck it.
I've called draw already, so it's
I'm
up
going
to you.
Burns.
Okay.
Burns? Let's go.
Oh
Burns.
no,
No.
2-2 draw.
Draw.
Okay. I'll go Burnley then, just for the record.
Okay, for the
Yeah.
record. Fuck the
Noted.
record. Fuck the record.
Noted.
Boys, we done it again. Great pod.
We got through.
Do
We did. It's very hot in this room.
It's hot again.
Too hot.
I don't know if it got hotter when
It's just the
Myles took off
energy.
his shirt. I feel like it did.
It's the energy.
We need a fan in here next week. Seriously.
The listeners will hear.
I don't care. I'm going to bring a personal one. Otherwise, my pants are coming off next.
All right. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we're living in the tropics at the moment. We better go. It's time for us to say